One of the hardest parts of parenting is wanting to support your child in their learning, but not knowing where to start, especially with maths. You see, parents often tell me things like, I don't know how to help, I don't want to confuse them, and I don't even remember how to do it myself. And if you've ever thought that way, let me reassure you, you're not alone. The truth is, most parents feel this way at some point. But here's the good news. You see, supporting your child's maths confidence doesn't always mean sitting down with a worksheet or turning into a tutor. Sometimes the most powerful confidence builders happen in the simplest of moments, like around the dinner table. Let me show you what I mean with a really simple action tip I call the dinner table fix. And here's how it works. You see, at dinner, instead of asking, "How was school today?" which usually gets a fine or a shrug, try asking, "What's one thing in maths today that made you think?" That's it. Simple, right? Now notice what you didn't ask. You didn't say, "Did you get it right?" You didn't say, "Did you finish your work?" And you didn't say, "What did you get wrong?" You just asked, "What made you think?" See how that's a different approach? Now, why does this question even matter? Because it removes the pressure of performance, and our children live in a world where maths often feels like a pass or a fail subject. Right or wrong, tick or cross. But when you ask, "What made you think?" well, you're sending a different message. You're saying, "I care about your thinking, not just your answers." And that small shift, well, it builds confidence. Think about it. When was the last time your child came home excited to show you how they thought about something rather than show you what grade they got? Now, let me give you a couple of examples. A Year 4 student once told me we were doing fractions and I realised that 2/4 is the same as a half. Another said we were learning times tables. I finally saw that 6 times 7 and 7 times 6, it means the same thing. Now, are these perfect and polished answers? No, but that's the beauty of it. They're little sparks of understanding. And when you invite your child to share those sparks, you're telling them their thinking is valuable. So let me ask you, wouldn't you love for your child to feel safe enough to share those little light bulb moments with you? Wouldn't you love for them to believe that maths is about discovery, not just marks? Let's pause for a moment. On a scale of 1 to 5, how confident do you think your child feels when talking about maths right now? For example, do they light up when you ask about it? Or do they shut down and hope you'll change the subject? And what about you? When you were their age, how did you feel when adults asked about your maths? Did it feel like a safe conversation or did you feel judged? See how different it feels when the focus is on thinking instead of performance? Here's a picture to hold on to. Think of your child's maths identity like a garden. Every time you ask, "What made you think today?" you're actually planting a seed of curiosity, a seed of confidence, a seed that says your thinking matters. And just like any garden, those seeds don't grow overnight, but water them a little each day with small, safe conversations like this one, and over time, they grow into something much stronger. Now compare that to what often happens. Instead of planting seeds, kids get weeds planted. Comments like, "You're not a maths person," or "Just try harder." Those grow too, but into something much harder to pull out later. So the question is, what kind of garden are you planting for your child? And here's what I want to reassure you about. You don't need to have all of the answers. You don't need to reteach the lesson. You don't need to be the maths expert at the table. Your job, well, it's just to keep the conversation open, keep it safe and keep it curious. because the more safe, small conversations your child has about maths, the more confident they'll feel facing bigger challenges later. And I believe in these small but powerful steps so strongly that I put together a whole booklet called Parent Power Chats. It's got 20 quick, practical ways to help your child grow as a capable and confident mathematician. 10 of them are about building capability. 10 of them are about building confidence. And just like the dinner table fix, every idea inside is designed to be simple, doable, and really effective. So if you've ever wondered, what can I do at home practically to help my child with maths? Well, this is your guide. Want a quick yet powerful read? I've summarised the best strategies for you in this free booklet. Download your copy of Parent Power Chats at the link below, because sometimes the biggest changes, they don't come from tutoring or textbooks. They start at the dinner table with just one simple question.